Welcome to another Cardano update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. And today Cardano is still going up, and this is not really surprising considering the fact that I told you we are most likely getting to 93.8 cents first before getting any type of correction. So I'm expecting another high right here, and of course we could overextend maybe to like $1.04, but not really much more than that because we have enough for a fifth wave move up, and if we do not get rejected over here, then maybe the wave count is wrong. I highly doubt that, but you know, there's a chance. So also I want to talk about something that I did not discover on my own. This was discovered by one of our members on Discord, so whoever said this, then, you know, thank you for saying it. And basically right here on the chart we have a red line, and well, we could actually get rejected at the red line and we could stay in a downtrend for the time being, and it would make sense if we did because I am expecting a fourth wave move down, and the support zone for that right now is at about 75.8 cents, but this will only be valid if we get to my target zone right here first. So I don't think we're gonna drop any fourth wave right now. I still need to see the price get to these highs. So other than that, we had a cross on the bull market support band, and we've been waiting for this cross for I think months at this point, so this is a very good sign. But there's also something bearish about it, and I'm gonna tell you what that is soon. And yeah, like I said, we could get rejected right here at the red line, and if we do, it's gonna be okay because I am expecting a fourth wave move down. Now let's talk about the cross on the bull market support band, which also happened on the daily chart. And why did I say this could be bearish? Because if you look at what happened in the previous couple of times after we had a cross on the bull market support band, where the green line went above the red line, yes, in the long term we did go higher, but here last year, exactly after we had the cross on the bull market support band, that actually gave us this correction, and this was just a lower high, a higher low. And we could do the exact same thing right now, but we could also obviously get another high, and we kind of need to get another high before this. But if we follow what we did here and if we drop after the cross, it would be normal because that's what happens pretty much every single time. It even happened over here in 2023. We had a cross on the bull market support band and then we went down. So if we go down after getting to 94 cents, do not be shocked. Now, it also happened over here, I believe, so we had a cross on the bull market support band, and in the short term, we went a bit lower. Obviously, I don't think we're gonna drop back to 50 cents. No, that's not what I'm saying. What I am saying is that we could get a correction anytime now, and if we do, it would be pretty perfect because the 0.382 support level over here is exactly at the 200-day moving average, so we could hopefully use this as support and then bounce off of it. If we do, I will have a target for the fifth wave on the chart as well. I'm not able to give you one just now because we don't have a fourth wave move down, but the target for this will probably be around $1.14, which is exactly this much bigger resistance level on the chart, which is the red line, and this is exactly where we got rejected many times in the past. We are probably gonna finish a much bigger first wave here, which is gonna be a 5-wave move to the upside, and then after that we can expect another correction, and in this correction maybe we could actually use this red line on the chart as support if we actually use it as resistance over here. And if we do, this could be an ABC down. We could get back down to like 90 cents or so, 88 cents, maybe 85 cents. I'm gonna have to see where the support zones are, and well, actually let me look at that real quick just to get an idea of where we could go. So let's say the first wave gets to about $1.14. The second wave target would be between 84 cents and 76 cents. So it would be below the red line over there, but that's not really gonna be the end of the world. And yeah, we should get a second wave, and then after the second wave move down, I will be expecting a third wave of this 1-2 setup, which is gonna be a third wave of a much bigger third wave move to the upside. And well, I could give you a target for this as well if you really want to, but obviously we don't have the first wave up yet, so I could just give you an idea of where we could go. Let's say the first wave gets to like $1.14, and well, if it happens, then the third wave of the third wave target could be between $1.88 and $2.55. but it is gonna be a third wave of the third wave, so it could even overextend, and it kind of has to overextend because if the third wave right here only gets to like $1.80, the chances of us getting to $3.50 in a much bigger third wave of the third wave are gonna be pretty small because, well, you cannot really go up from, let's say, $1.40 after the fourth wave to like $3.50 in a fifth wave, because the fifth wave will be more impulsive than the third wave, and that's not really allowed in this scenario. So we kind of want to see this third wave go even higher than like $2 or $3. Maybe it should get rejected over here somewhere, and then we could finish the third wave of the third wave around $3.50. Of course, after that, we still need a fourth wave move down, and then the fifth wave of the main third wave, in my opinion, could put us at about $5. What's gonna happen after that is pretty unclear, but if everything goes well, and this is probably the best case scenario that we have, but if we actually hold support levels in a fourth wave move down, we could still get a fifth wave up, which could theoretically put us at $8, but only if we get to $5 in the main third wave. So yeah, hope you understand what I'm talking about. And also going to the daily chart, if you look at the target zone for the much bigger third wave, which is this one over here, which is the third wave of this 1-2 setup, theoretically the minimum target for that is right here at $1.81. So if we get rejected here, maybe the structure that we have on the chart is wrong, and maybe this is some kind of 1, 2, 3, 4 setup, which would be the worst 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 setup in the world, to be honest, especially when you look at the Cardano chart. But if that's the case, it does not mean we are gonna get a bear market here. Even if the third wave finishes over here, that's only going to be the third wave. So let's say we get a fourth wave move down, the fifth wave move up could still put us above the previous all-time highs. So even in the worst case scenario, Cardano is still going to do pretty fine, at least in my opinion. And that's obviously the worst case scenario. The best case scenario is that we are still in this 1-2-1-2 setup that we had in the previous cycle, and if we are still there, then we should still get this move, and that should put us around, let's say, $5. So that's my opinion, of course, not financial advice, but yeah, we'll see what happens with this. Now on the weekly chart, we are still above the moving average on the RSI, which is a good sign, and we could actually test that moving average during the second wave down, but we could obviously go a bit higher before that because we only have a 3-wave move to the upside so far. So that's it about that. Now let's go to the Bitcoin dominance chart, because this chart is starting to look pretty beautiful to me. And yeah, it did go to 66% over here in June, but right now we are finally dropping again. And let's go on the 4-hour for this, because we have more support levels for you. So what did I tell you a couple of days ago? What we need to do first is get below the bull market support band, and then the 200-day moving average to confirm that something more bullish is going on. We got below these levels, and right now the next support level is 60.34%, and I think this is gonna be tested relatively soon, just because we are going down a lot right now. And if we drop below this level, which acted as support over here, we could actually drop all the way down to about 57% next. And dropping to this level, which is the 0.236 support level of the entire move to the upside from the lows to the highs, dropping to that level would suggest that something very bullish is going on. And even dropping below it slightly could suggest that the next, target, the short-term target, is around 53.6%. If we want to do what we did over here, we still have to stay below the bull market support band and the 200-day moving average. And we have to continue going lower every single day. We cannot have a day where we start going up, because then that's not really an altcoin season. That's more like another fake out like we had over here, for example, in November. We went down for a couple of weeks, and during this time Cardano was going up just like it is right now. And then we started going up again. We got above the bull market support band and above the 200-day moving average, and that turned out to be a big fake out, and we got new cycle highs after that. So what we need to do right now is stay below the bull market support band. Other than that, you already know my short-term targets, you already know my long-term targets, so there's not much else to know. Ethereum is still going higher, and my short-term target for this is $4,500. but keep in mind, I think at some point we will get a correction and we are probably dropping all the way back down to like $3,200 to finish a fourth wave move down, and then the fifth wave move up will still be able to put us around $4,500 and complete a much bigger third wave of the third wave, which could even overextend maybe to like $6,000. So yeah, that's it about this. That's it about the short term, and I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our daily Discord updates. Like, subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.